Hello friends, in the series of C programming, in last video we discussed all details regarding function, that is what is function declaration, what is function calling, and how to define function or what is function definition. Now in this video we are going to discuss one program using function. Now here we are going to write a function ISEVEN. Here we are going to accept an integer as a parameter, that is we are going to accept any number from user and it returns 1 if the number is even. Otherwise we are going to return 0 if the number is odd. That is, in main we have to accept a number. We are accepting the number from user and we are going to check it whether the number is even or not by using function. So here we are going to discuss how to write this program by using function. So let's start. Now here in this program, at first line, hash include stdio.h, that is I include all supportive library files of stdio, that is input output. Then at the second line, int easy1 into bracket int num. Now this is nothing but a function prototype or function declaration. In C program, whatever we use in first time or whatever we use to write a program, it must be declared. It must be declared at first. It might be any variable or it might be any function. So this is a function declaration or function prototype. Now int it is because we are writing a program that which accepting number and return 0 or 1. So it returns integers. That's why return type is an integer. Now here I pass one parameter, that is we are accepting number from user. So this is nothing but the parameter which I passed int num, and even is the function name. And this line is nothing but the function declaration, or you can refer it as a function signature. Now at next line, at main, inside main I use variables number and answer. Now number is nothing but we are accepting the number from user. So here in printf we are display the message enter the value or enter number. Now the number is going to scan, or by using a scanf, here we are going to read the number. So here scanf %d and number. Now the next line, the answer is another variable. In answer we store the result of the function. So answer is equal to is even number. Now this is nothing but the function calling. Now is even, we already declare it as we are using this function in our program. Now is even, and I pass the number which is accepted from the user. Now this is nothing but the function calling. Now when the compiler encounter this line, or the compiler execute or control is goes to the definition of this function and it returns some value and it's stored inside the answer. Now answer is a variable which store the result which return from the function is even. Now if the answer is equal to 1, it print even, otherwise answer is 0, it print odd. Now after this is the closing bracket of main. Now inside main we call function, but after a main I define function is even. Now this part is nothing but the definition of function. Now when the compiler encounter this statement, or the compiler control is transfer when the function is called or when the function is invoked, the compiler jumps to the function definition. Now here ISEVEN is the actual definition, that is we are going to write the actual code which is going to execute after the calling. So int num, I passed the parameter. So the number which is accepted from the user, it passed into the function. Now inside this, if and I return one condition. Now we are going to check the number is even or odd. Now what is mean by even? Even, that is nothing but the number which is divisible by 2, totally divisible by 2, or here I use the sign modulus, or this is the modulus signature. Now modulus, that is if the remainder is 0, the number which is mod by 2 or remainder is always 0 after divisible by 2 is nothing but even number. Like for example 2, 4, 6, 8, etc. And if the mod 2 is equal to 0, then it returns 1. If the remainder is not 0, it returns 0. That is, the number is the odd. Now here after checking this condition, if condition is the true, it returns 1. If it returns 1, it will not going to execute the other statement. If the condition is false, then the control goes to the else part and it returns 0. Now this is the function definition. Now when the program is called or when this function is called, it transfer or the control is transferred to this definition part and it returns 1. If it returns 1, it check that if answer is equal to 1 or returns the answer is stored into the variable, and if it is 1, it print number is even. If the function returns 0, then it check this condition, answer is equal to 0, then the number is odd. So let's execute this program. If I enter a number 88, the number is even because 88 mod 2 is equal to 0, so number is 0. If I again run the same program, if I enter the number 45, the number is odd. That is, its modulus by 2 is not an even or is not an remainder is not an 0. So the number is odd. So this is all about the function. Here we declare function is even. Then here we call it, and this is the definition part.